Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler video series of videos I do for a little while. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie. I'm doing one of my ramen reviews. That makes me happy. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my back room today, which means you get Peter Can Thunderbolt poster. Ooh, Peter Can Thunderbolt poster. But it also means something else, folks. I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, folks? Well, it happens to be my Stellar Circuit shirt. One of a few that I have, because I'm a big fan of this band. Stellar Circuits, they're a band out of North Carolina, four-piece group, extremely awesome guys. I ran into their stuff a number of years ago, kind of just randomly, and I've been in love ever since, man. Like, I pretty much as soon as I had the opportunity to see them, I've been very fortunate in that I've seen them a number of times. I try to see them every time they come through Illinois. I was just, it was like I like their music already. They're one of those bands, getting to see them live just made the experience even more incredible. And every time I've seen them, they're just fantastic individuals. They're extremely good at what they do. It's been awesome getting to watch them just progress more and more over the years, going from being this band that, the first time I saw them, they played at a tattoo parlor, which was actually an awesome show. But to, the point where now, they've actually done a European tour, and, I love seeing that, man. But they're awesome folks. I like them so much that I've got videos of a number of their performances. Those videos are on this channel in case maybe you want to check them out. I actually, time I'm doing this, I just uploaded 3 new ones because I just saw them yesterday. That's where I got the shirt from. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Well, like I said, it is a ramen review, which, by the way, that means it's going to be on my ramen reviews playlist, which is a playlist where I basically just review like instant noodle stuff and everything. And this one isn't weird or exotic like some of the other ones that I try. In fact, it's just boom! It's from Cup Noodles. It is their seafood cup noodles with no added MSG. Okie doke. Yeah. So I've reviewed a lot of ramen stuff and instant noodle stuff. I've always mentioned I'm more of a Maruchan person than cup noodles, but I'm not like against cup noodles or anything, And I don't know that Maruchan does, like, they have shrimp. To be fair, they do have like shrimp cups, but I don't know that they do like a seafood cup. They might, and I'm just not aware. But I ran into this at Walmart, and I was like, yeah, what the fuck ever. Apparently, it's the #1 seafood instant noodles in Japan, loved by the Japanese for over 30 years. I'm part of that heritage now. Hooray! I guess. Anyway, it's real simple. Just, fill it up to the line with water, pop it in for 2.5 minutes, and there you go. About the only thing that I have some issue with versus Maruchan, Cup Noodle, because they coat so much of the top with like their seasoning and stuff, it's actually kind of hard to get the water level correct. You have to sort of pour it, let it settle, pour it, let it settle, till you get right to that line. So, but let's try out some seafood. Ha ha ha! Ha 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 ha! Let's give it a go. Okay. Yeah, I see what they're going for with it. Um, yeah, it's got like that imitation seafood kind of flavor. I mean, obviously it's not going to taste like proper fresh seafood, but yeah, okay. I mean, it makes for a nice, rich, creamy broth. I gotta say, I am slowly coming around to cup noodles. Recently, I reviewed their breakfast cup noodles and their everything bagel cup noodles. Go watch those reviews. Um, but I've been trying more of their stuff, and like, they're starting to win me over a little bit. Maruchan, I still love them, but I do think that they need to start bumping their game up a little bit. I think cup noodles, they're coming out swinging these days. But as for the seafood version, like, it's perfectly fine. I wouldn't say it's like anything outstanding, but I do like it for what it is. I think between this and the shrimp one from Maruchan, I honestly think I probably prefer this because I think it has a little bit stronger seafood flavor. Whereas the shrimp one, I don't know. I love shrimp and I love Samaruchan, but it's always been kind of like my one of my least favorite flavors of theirs. I tend to prefer more like the beef, the pork, and the chicken ones. But this one, I think actually works out pretty well. There's even a little imitation crab in here. And it tastes like imitation crab. It's even got a nice little chew to it. Like it's not just completely throwaway ethereal. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Cup Noodles when it comes to the seafood ones. Now, I will say this: one thing where they do kind of have a little bit of an edge, Maruchan that is, they have the spicy shrimp one. So I like some spice. That one might edge this one out, but if we're just talking straight seafood, I do think this one works better. It's nice. Um, you know, it's whatever they use for their seasoning and stuff. It really adds like a nice creaminess, and it gives it kind of a depth to it. Like, yeah, it's not a very deep depth, but it's like, you know, deep blue sea number 3. Okay, it's not that deep, but it's there. Um, no, I do like it. It's I wouldn't consider it an outstanding one or one that's like super amazing, but it's good for what it is, and there's a lot to be said for that. But two questions have to be asked: would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Um, on occasion, and sure. I think for me, although like I said, I do think I prefer it over the shrimp ramen from Maruchan. At the end of the day, I don't get the shrimp ramen from Maruchan very often. This would be nice to have as an option. Like I'm the type of person where like I don't like to cook a lot. I like simple shit that I can just kind of pop in the microwave or do a few little things with. And having a variety of options is nice. Having, a cup of this here or there, it's kind of nice. Thing is, I already have a lot of them that I'm big fans of that, are kind of already in my regular rotation. This one's not going to break into the regular stuff, but like as an occasional go ahead, sure. I do like what it's doing, and, it's got a decent seafood flavor for what it is. If I'm recommending it, though, that's where it's a little bit kind of like, okay, because when it comes to reviewing the ramen stuff and whether I'm going to recommend it to people, kind of two types of people. There's people like me who basically are just lazy and just don't want to fuck with it. And then there's people who are like proper individuals who probably just use these for like little lunch things and stuff like that, just supplements for quick and easy shit. For people like me, sure, like it's not bad, but I think, again, if I'm thinking Maruchan, I would typically just go over there. I'd just grab one of those like little pallets they have of the Maruchan cups. It's like a few bucks, for a whole thing. I forget exactly how much this was, but I do think it might have been a little bit more than the Maruchan. Um, yeah, I mean, like I said, it's something to have as an option, but I don't think it's going to be anybody's favorite. I think there's just better options out there. If I'm recommending it to other people, though, just, your general folks who are using it the way it's meant to be used, I honestly think that it probably like the chicken and the beef and stuff like that are probably going to be a bit more palatable. This is kind of more specific. Seafood can be very divisive, even though this doesn't have a strong seafood flavor. So it's a little bit more situational. And I think that if you're in that situational kind of spectrum, I'd just say just get the chicken or the beef or the pork. Ones that are a little bit more simple. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there, have yourselves a truly Cup Noodles-tastic rest of your life, because, I got to give them credit. They're, like I said, they're slowly creeping up on me, so. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated, but what you do can't do all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important to go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what's your opinion on the Maruchan Cup War thing? Or Cup Noodles thing? Is it, are you one way or the other? Are they completely interchangeable? Is there one that, you kind of go gravitate towards that isn't one of those? Because, when I think of the kind of cheaper, Cup Noodle stuff, I think Maruchan and I think Cup Noodles. But I'm sure that there's, plenty of other brands out there that fall into a similar category. Just maybe I'm not as familiar with them. For me, I typically will go for a little bit more premium ramen, make it a little bit of a treat, but at the same time, I'm a man of the people. And sometimes you just want, some tasty Maruchan or Cup Noodles. So, but if you have a personal favorite, hit me up in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. And, who knows, maybe I can get to review it at some point. Bye.